Muy buenas noches. Ya tenemos nuestra ración de cante y de baile. Vamos a irle poniendo el bot. Hablando de bots, recalibramos también el programa de la batalla. Vale, parece que está funcionando. Pongo la pantalla del chat en primer plano y activo las peticiones. Y le doy a jugar. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo ha ido el sábado? Pues sí, menos mal. En fin, yo hoy tengo el día torpe porque ya me ha vuelto a pasar otra vez, lo de que pongo el juego, más tampoco el juego no, me pongo con la música antes de empezar a emitir el stream. Y me ha vuelto a dar otro fallo el juego por la configuración del juego. Vamos a ver si podemos lanzarlo de nuevo, porque es que no debería fallar. Y me está pasando exactamente lo mismo que me pasó el otro día. Ya verás, ahora va y se me pondrá de nuevo en inglés. FB Cachati también. Vale, parece ser que está en la lengua de Cervantes. Entonces, como diría el otro, jugamos. Acabada noche. Y estamos empezando caso nuevo.
Ah, Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Yeah, my real name. And you can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Another naked woman, sir?
Yes. We seem to have had quite a run of them since the Dahlia fiend first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hokey.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Mueller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi. Now, get out there and catch me another sinner.
Dull as dishwater. I'm not with for the conversation.
What now?
Forget the other broads. Right now we have...
¿Vosotros creéis que falla más o que falla menos el bot con la voz mexicana? ¿Qué pensáis?
Your order. Let's get back out to the crime scene.
You have the address?
It's the alley off Aliso between Los Angeles and Alameda.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky. Most guys would kill to land a case so close to their desk.
Yeah, it means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they need it.
You know, that ain't a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all, Phelps.
All units, officer needs help. 211 and shots fired. 391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe. 391 Broadway. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Slow and steady, come on! Keep on straight. Head right. Take the next left.
Detectives, they're ready to start the show. I'll take you through.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Brothers, Pinker?
Cause of death is pretty apparent. We thought we'd best wait for you when you're ready.
Help me out.
Don't start, okay? Save your theories. Just check out the body, and then we'll make a search.
Vale, pues por las marcas en el cuello y en los brazos y en el pecho, yo diría que esto es muerte natural. Básicamente porque después de hacerle todo lo que le han hecho, es natural que se muera.
Another wedding ring torn from the finger. No skin under the fingernails.
Pero aquí que le han arrancado, incluso una parte de la piel que ha quedado al hueso, al descubierto. Joder, qué bestia.
Only 21 years old. But why the library card? Did he want us to find it?
No, en la mano no, quiero mirarle la cara.
Lacerations on the neck would indicate a great deal of force.
A propósito, sobre lo de las alertas, tenéis un canal de Discord en el que podéis solicitar que os envíe alertas.
The evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
The best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else.
No se me oye.
I'll bet a month's salary this is a copycat.
Vale, vamos a ver si lo puedo ajustar un poquito.
Yeah. We
Mejor
know
ahora.
the MO. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Brown. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Mueller had no message. Look, Phelps, this is getting us nowhere.
Anything for us to go on, Mal?
Head injuries from contact with road, bruising from a small man's shoe, further blunt force trauma to the occipital region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to rule it out.
Lipstick appears to be a similar color to the other cases. I'll see if I can nail down a brand.
Vale, ¿se me escucha bien ahora? Pues vamos a ver si te lo puedo dar. Vamos a ver si os puedo dar un poquito más de volumen de micro. A ver, micrófono y los auriculares con micrófono. Y le voy a poner 5 decibelios más. ¿Qué tal ahora? Vosotros diréis. Vale, perfecto. De todas formas, ya sabéis que yo siempre ando con miedo o de hacer demasiado ruido o de que se me capte el sonido de la respiración. Por ejemplo, ahora cuando estoy respirando me aparece una pequeña marquita en el medidor. Y tampoco quiero parecer de esas personas que se dedican a llamar a gente por teléfono y simplemente ponerse a respirar. Queda un poco feo.
If she took a blow to the head like the others, she was probably unconscious when strangled.
May as well follow the trail.
Un sombrero que pone Antonia.
Oh, same as the library card.
Y sigue sonando algo de música, así que tiene que haber alguna pista por aquí. Más sangre.
On it goes.
Hombre, el micrófono que tengo son unos auriculares que tampoco me dan para mucho. Lo que sí puedo es activar lo que se llama una puerta de ruido. Dadme unos segundos. A ver. Configuración del micrófono. Y luego aquí tengo puerta de ruido y supresor de ruido. Entonces voy a activar las dos y ya me diréis. No, voy a poner solo la puerta de ruido. La puerta de ruido lo que hace es que, salvo que si estoy hablando durante muy poquito tiempo o si hago muy poquito ruido, entonces lo capta como si fuera, vamos, lo considera que es un ruido y desactiva el micrófono durante un pequeño momento. Luego, en cambio, si lo que estoy es hablando durante un largo periodo de tiempo, entonces ya deja el micrófono en su recogida de audio normal.
We kept the area pristine for you boys. Let's check it out.
Una llave.
House keys strung up like bait on a hook.
Con un número con muy mala rima. El teniente Suapia se está mirando micros. Y ahora mismo le tengo echado el ojo a un Shure, el MV5, por si queréis verlo. Es pequeñito, pequeñito.
It's got to be a code or a cipher.
253. Vale. Pues le tengo echado el ojo a ese. Lo que pasa es que como soy un inconstante, entonces no sé si acabaré dejando esto o no. Y entonces, hasta que no lleve un año monetizado, no voy a comprarme ningún micro. O hasta que vea una oferta que sea lo suficientemente buena. A ver. Mucho mejor con la puerta de ruido. De todas formas, os recuerdo que yo estoy emitiendo, que tengo a la familia durmiendo y que no quiero hacer un ruido que moleste a la gente. Y entonces lo del tema de llevar unos auriculares con micrófono me viene muy bien. Mucho mejor que lo que me iría seguramente un micrófono, que tendría que hablar más alto y demás. Aquí parece haber más sangre.
Clearly wants us to find these things. He's left them for us.
No sé si me dejará abrir la carta. Sí, sí me deja. Pero está vacía.
Or he might just be getting more confident. Empty. Where is all of this meant to be taking us?
¿Esto qué es? ¿Una pitillera? No,
Enameled
maquillaje.
plate. This was precious to her.
Trail points up.
Looks as though the killer was decorating with this. Son of a bitch wants her identified. Mrs. Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
Pues debo de haberlo registrado todo porque si no, no me habría bajado. Vamos, yo quería haber seguido subiendo. Bueno, pero si esto ya no suena, será por algo. No me aparece en el mapa ninguna marca de ningún teléfono, así que seguramente no haya que llamar a ningún lado. Y nos vamos a la residencia de Antonia. A ver qué encontramos.
It was Mrs. Maldonado, right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so then there's a husband we should be looking for. Get him, we've closed the case.
Rusty's razor, of course. I don't want to question your tried and tested techniques, Detective Galloway. But doesn't the DA require sound casework before he'll close the book?
Not if he's got a confession. And, you know, there's ways of getting it.
I'm sure.
Up ahead, you turn left.
This officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. Officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. A 211 in progress and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
No, esa está un poquito más elevada.
Take the next right. Keep on going.
Just a moment.
Uy, qué voz de Charo tiene esa.
I'm sorry. Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LaPente, the owner of this boarding house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through to the parlor. Wipe your feet as you come in, detectives. It's this way.
Vamos a registrar discretamente.
Nothing significant.
Vamos a sentarnos, que si no quedaría demasiado descarado.
Was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am. We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive, and then they're gone. Antonia's room is upstairs, last door on the left.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly.
Excuse us a moment, ma'am.
Vamos a seguir mirando discretamente. La última a la izquierda. Ah, perdón.
The smashed window explains why the place looks tossed.
Pero los cristales están hacia afuera, así que eso lo han roto desde dentro.
So someone broke in using this thing instead of a crowbar. Wonder where it was taken from. Okay, we have an address. The charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence.
Pues por aquí parece que ya estaría todo.
We have some questions, ma'am, if you're up to it.
Yes, Detective. I'll do my best.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife to serve me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant, young man?
No, ma'am.
Vale, vamos a decir que es verdad.
What can you tell us about Angel Maldonado?
She married him when she was 17. He was cruel to her, very cruel. She was a good girl, little on the religious side, but a good girl.
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I have no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
Voy a ponerla en duda.
A nosy old hag like you knows everything about the people who live under her roof.
Uy, lo que le ha dicho una
Where did she go?
vieja fisgona.
I think she went to a bar. She's been drinking quite a lot lately.
This bar have a name?
El Dorado Bar. It's a Latino place on North Los Angeles Street.
That's only a couple of blocks from where we found the body.
You've had a break-in?
No. That can't be true.
Se lleva la mano al pecho. Yo creo que está fingiendo.
You're being economical with the truth, Mrs. Lepenti. What do you have to hide?
I have no idea what you are talking about.
So Antonia lost her keys and used an iron bar to jimmy the back window?
I heard a noise in the early hours of the morning. I thought it might be a raccoon at the milk bottles. It'd be very bad for business if this news got out. I have a reputation to protect.
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yes. She moved here after she separated from her husband 2 months ago.
But Antonia still wore a wedding ring?
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
La ponemos en duda, decimos que es mentira. Decimos que es mentira porque hemos visto una pulsera, creo.
What about her bracelet?
I don't know anything about a bracelet.
In her wedding photo, she's displaying a charm bracelet.
That thing? She never wore it. He gave it to her. She always kept it in that wooden jewelry box.
Thanks, ma'am. You've been very helpful.
Pay a call to that husband of hers. Lock him up and throw away the key.
We can either front Angel, seeing as the finger's pointing right at him, or we could check out the El Dorado bar.
¿Qué nos vamos a salvar o a hablar con el marido? Vosotros decís. Andamos.
Ideas?
We can either front Angel, seeing as the finger's pointing right at him, or we could check out the El Dorado bar.
A nosy old hag? Ah! And I thought I was coming on strong with the ex-wife's line.
Lo que no sé es por qué me sigue marcando el escenario del crimen como uno de los sitios donde podemos ir. Pues si os parece vamos a ir al bar, intentamos recabar pruebas y luego ya nos vamos a ver al marido.
No, no. A broad drinks, she gets a bit tight, she starts mouthing off. This leads to that, and she ends up in an alleyway. It's a sad story, but this
What can I get you?
LAPD. Detectives Phelps and Galloway.
Diego Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah. Me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old, Hispanic, drinking heavily?
We have a lot of ladies like that in here. But yeah, I know who you mean. Antonia Maldonado. Oh, what did she do?
She was murdered last night.
Oh, shit.
Do you know her well? Was she a regular?
Hell no. She was good and tight last night, complaining about her old man. It's a story you get used to working in a bar. She was so hammered last night, she left a letter on the bar. I'll show you.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
Where's that goddamn waitress?
Eggs were running.
Divorce papers. Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was gonna show him.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. The temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
¿Verdad o duda? Vamos a ponerle duda.
Where did she go? Give me something or the LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay? And my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested she try there. She seemed reluctant.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was going to serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
Esto sí parece verdad.
She attract any interest?
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
No problem. Hey, get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aguilar?
A broad 9. I have wide feet.
Where's that goddamn waitress?
I got a call back for that Universal Chorus line.
You're gonna see your married man again?
So, how's your tuna fish salad?
You ought to meet Joe's buddy. He's nice. Really.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
My eggs were running.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy that was pretending to be dead?
A ver, supuestamente se vino aquí a esta frutería a pedir el taxi.
Shut. Great. We'll need to come back later, Phelps. Maybe somebody here saw Antonia the night she died.
He's a waste in the police force. Good-looking boy like that should go into politics.
Vale, pues ya nos queda la residencia de los Maldonado. Porque en el bar hemos estado, en la frutería está cerrada, pues solo
How
nos
about
queda
we
este.
drop in on the husband instead? See if your gut is right.
I'll take a bar over a husband every day of the week.
De verdad que no pensaba que caerías.
Muchas
Virgilio
gracias,
Ortega
Virgilio.
gifted a tier un subtosimoriux. They have given 48 gift subs in the channel.
I think his name is Phelps. I read about it in the paper.
Dame un momentito, por favor. Que ahí parece que está haciendo cosas raras el bot. Vamos a echar un vistazo. No, se supone que no debería sonar.
De verdad que no pensaba que caerías.
Virgilio Ortega gifted a tier un subtosimoriux. They have given 48 gift subs in the channel.
Muy buenas. ¿Veis? Esto es lo raro. Está activado el que lea los mensajes, pero le he puesto que no anuncie la acción. Muy buena, sector. No, esto va muy raro. Voy a lanzarla de nuevo.
De verdad que no pensaba que caerías.
Virgilio Ortega gifted a tier un subtosi moriux. They have given 48 gift subs in the channel.
Es raro porque esto está desactivado. Déjame que compruebe una cosa. Pues que estoy escuchando cuando ha regalado Virgilio un tier 1. Fíjate aquí en el mensaje que pone.
De
Pues
verdad
lo
que
está
no
leyendo cuando no
pensaba que
debería.
caerías.
Virgilio Ortega gifted a tier un subtosi moriux. They have given 48 gift subs in the channel.
A esto me refiero. A que este mensaje no debería sonar. En fin, bueno, no importa. Vamos de nuevo al juego. Pues yo lo oí mal la primera vez. Bueno, ya lo miraré. Con más calma y más ganas. Que no son horas.
Maldonado is in apartment 304.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
Hey, what the fuck?
LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest.
Le van a dar por detrás. Te lo dije.
I gotta come quietly, Mr. Maldonado. I got you. Hey, fuck you, cop. I got 100 pounds of your wife now. Ain't gonna be so easy.
Damn. They got some decent shots in there. Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
LAPD, you two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street. 2 suspects need transporting to Central.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia? Oh, God, no!
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, goddammit! You think I'd kill my own wife?
We should get the whole place going over, then talk to the neighbors. And Phelps, I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
The El Dorado must be a family favorite.
Just picked fruit market.
Lo del plato de comida ahí encima de la cama. Es que la gente aquí son todos unos guarros en este juego.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Pero que lo vas a tirar después. No lo vas a dejar ahí encima de la cama.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
Porque tú eres una persona aseada, no como esta gente de aquí del juego. A ver, todo recto, izquierda, derecha y luego todo recto. Todo recto, izquierda, derecha y todo recto.
Take a right. You're making a right at the next intersection. Take the next left. Jesus, Phelps!
Pues le dejo el coche y me voy andando al cuerno.
Get this morning's edition hot off the press.
He's a waste in the police force. Good-looking boy like that should go into politics.
That price is outrageous. I gotta have it.
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught her.
pulled from the finger and hung up here. What's the significance?
Sabía yo que tenía que haber algo más por aquí arriba.
Goddamn captains make me resubmit the paperwork.
Advice?
Back to Angel's joint, Phelps. I can guarantee we can make a cop to the whole thing.
Me recomienda volver a casa del otro.
The ACB Network presents national news from Washington.
George Washington for the first motion picture premiere on rails. The freshly built Chesapeake, Ohio twin-unit diner serves two useful purposes. Eating is one of them, and then when the dishes have been cleared away and the sheets gone, the car is readily converted into a motion picture theater with seats for 50 persons. Two projectors provide uninterrupted entertainment, and for the first night audience, the Chesapeake Theater presents Mark Ellisher's newest hit, Well Guys. This is the last word in traveling luxury. Another step in the campaign to modernize American Railroad. You don't have to miss that picture you wanted to see, nor your favorite star.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
This will take some explaining.
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements. He's got no alibi. He's toast.
Bueno, vamos a preguntar a los vecinos, ya que lo sugiere este hombre.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD, were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
Hello.
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
I kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps. Well-executed restraint.
I'm executing restraint right now, Finbar.
No good. There's nobody here.
What do you want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
Ahora ya debería estar todo.
KGPL, 11 King, over.
Sergeant Finis Brown urgently request your presence at Central. A new letter has been found.
11K, en route.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
These letters, Brown and Hanson believe they are genuine. From him.
Now we sent another.
I really hate this fuck. This Black Dahlia guy. You seen the body? Fucking case just nosed away at your guts. Wow. Every prom queen from every fucking hick town in America turns up here. Where do they end up? Gutted on the fucking sidewalk.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. Oxymoron for you.
No mustard for me. Thanks, mister.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
Mouthpiece sore stripped off me at the grand jury. Face is thrown out, now the DA wants my head.
That bum took a swipe at me, I put him down with my sap.
Guy gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all this fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. He said all's fair in love and war.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case. Parker or Green? I don't know who'd be worse. Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
That's why we called you in.
You think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley? Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
town is nuts.
I want to make homicide. You know you maybe didn't get that guess.
I think his name is Phelps. I read about him in the paper. He plays the saxophone. Oh, and boy...
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe. She didn't stay long.
¿A qué hora nos dijeron? Vamos a buscarlo. No, aquí no pone la hora. Entonces decimos que es verdad o que era mentira. Vamos a decir que era verdad.
What time did she leave?
Maybe 1 o'clock.
Nah, no era verdad.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
I don't believe you, Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far, and you lashed out.
I told you. I wouldn't accept a divorce.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
No te lo crees ni tú. Vamos a darle duda. Porque no gesticula.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Ippolito, he said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
One last question, Angel. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
You think the vice boys get any on the side?
Need a drink.
Pues habrá que volver a la frutería.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
What's your read on Maldonado?
I still like him for it. Seriously, that line about the guy at the fruit market making Isa his woman? Please. We'll get to the market and the guy...
A propósito, voy a quitar esa marquita que he puesto en el mapa, por error. Esta de aquí. Que me está disparando también el token.
This case will be shut like all the others. Go right through here. Keep on going. Up ahead, you make a right.
All units, officer needs help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identify.
No tenéis que hacerlo.
Muchas gracias, Virgilio.
Are you working Friday night? We should go out afterwards.
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney, what can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd. Look, I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
Vamos a volver a poner en duda porque pone las mismas caras que
You
antes.
already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She had me back until last night.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Está serio. Vamos a decir que es
Describe the
verdad.
car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
I got a call back for that Universal Chorus line.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
I just don't know how to dance to bebop.
Why cut someone who was already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. You must have seen it during the war.
So what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
Dos, 5, 3. Joder, qué vista tiene. Para poder hacerle un zoom así de grande. Ese es el mismo que habíamos visto antes. Y la cadena no podemos verla.
This brute punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. We should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy. It's strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do. Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace. I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind him that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor, lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
Pues el otro tenía pinta de culpable, pero parece ser que no era. Eso sí, lo de la corrupción en la policía.
Sarge, why are the guys giving it to the doggies? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up.
Yeah, they do at that. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads.
How can we fail? Skip with the Shadow leading the show.
Who the fuck is the Shadow?
Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard coming.
Sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju? Where were you dragged up? A swamp?
A esta se la ve perjudicada.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Which is it, girls? Bing Crosby or Frank Sinatra?
Skipper!
El otro ya acabó del todo.
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
This guy has money burning a hole in his pocket.
Con este caso hemos tardado bastante.
We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Californians love a fad, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to send.
He's good looking for a policeman. Well, you can only...
You got a stakeout down on 2nd later tonight.
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop.
Greetings from sunny California. When's it going to stop?
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows make it the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make great. That guy there will lead us up.
Era por aquí, ¿no? Era más arriba. Nada, pues de vuelta al coche. Y subimos por aquí.
It's him, the cop from the newspaper.
I'm steeling myself for what I'm about to see.
It'll just be another dead body, Colonel. Get used to seeing them. You're the gig when you work in homicide, Phelps.
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries?
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
I'm at a loss.
Take a look around and see what you can find.
Catch all the good ones first. Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same. Doesn't look like anything. No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Ahí tenemos a nuestra vieja chismosa.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Missing persons reports for white females over the last 48 hours.
One moment. We have 3 white females listed as missing, Detective. Myrtle Douglas, 294 Whitmer Street. One Beatrix Rogers of 1152 West 4th Street. And a Mrs. Teresa Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks, ma'am.
Jesus, missing persons reports. We're gonna be at this all night.
Vale, pues vosotros decidís a dónde vamos. Podemos ir al barrio chabolista, podemos ir a la casa de la desaparecida número 1, a la casa de la desaparecida número 2 o a la casa de la desaparecida número 3. ¿Qué decís? ¿De arriba abajo? Pues venga, de arriba abajo.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
Mira, tanta vía de tranvía y ya por fin nos encontramos con uno.
Calling all cars. Citizen reports officer needs help. Shots fired. Officer down. 6th Street and Lindley Place. 6th Street and Lindley Place. Unit to handle code 3. Identify.
Este es el puente. Entonces... Ah, iba a dar la vuelta.
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. Do you know him?
Huh? What? I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
The bum isn't here. We should follow the lead. These guys can wait. At least the rain stopped. You can change back into those white bucks now. What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
Hey, that's that cop.
look like a decent guy.
Slow down!
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend. You can't do this!
No good to me.
Broad has socks in his ear. Two peanuts are walking down the street. One was assaulted.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy who was pretending to be dead?
That's disgusting. Didn't you ever hear of germs?
What are you, liquored up? You're a real asshole, you know that? You can't do this!
There are three kinds of people. Those who can count and those who can't.
Phelps, leave him be.
Slow down! Hey, that's that cop. Seems like a decent guy. Wow, that looks like a beauty.
Oh, you got a problem, pal? Isn't it the cop who caught the guy who was pretending to be dead? Oh, what's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
Pues no veo al vagabundo sospechoso. Quizás nos hemos adelantado.
Phelps, leave him be.
You can't do this!
Bueno, pues iremos a otro sitio.
This is a shot in the dark. How do we know someone even filled in a missing persons report for this day?
We don't, but it's the only thing we've got to go on.
You sure? You sure you searched the scene, Cole?
I had a good look.
No, I mean really searched it.
You were there too.
Ah, Jesus, come on. I thought you were the goody two-shoes little prick who went over crime scenes with a fine-tooth comb. Thought I could relax in my old age here, Cole.
The rain must have washed away the clues that would have led us to her identity.
Knew this one was gonna ruin my night.
Any Central unit, a possible 415 at Alvera Street Plaza, unit to handle code 3, identified. 18 seconds.
Cole!
Say, could I borrow some of that mascara?
How can I help you, Sonny?
LAPD, sir. We've had a report of a missing woman.
Harry Douglas. I made the report. It's my wife, Myrtle.
How long has she been missing, sir?
Phelps, this isn't gonna help our cause.
Go ahead, sir.
What year is this, son?
1947, sir.
I would say for the best part of 12 years now.
I'm very sorry to hear that, sir. I hope she comes back.
I do too. I miss her.
Let's get out of here.
See what I mean? We'll be at this all night.
There are only 2 more missing person leads on our list.
And they'll probably be as useless as the last guy.
But they're just as likely to be reports for that woman in the green dress.
No amount of wishful thinking is gonna make me happy to be stuck in this car with you fellas.
Learn to love it, Galloway. I'm not going anywhere.
Gently.
LAPD, sir. We've had a report of a missing woman.
It's my wife. She's been missing for 2 weeks.
How old is your wife?
16, nearly 17.
And how old are you?
19.
And you had been fighting?
Oh, a little, I guess. She says she wants to go out and have some fun. And me, I'm working double shifts down at the Saval tool plant.
Try the bars along Sunset. We're out of here.
Each group of our population has its own responsibility. It is up to industry.
Pues nada, está claro dónde tenemos que ir ahora.
Another waste of time.
Eliminating false leads is an important aspect of police work. I'm surprised I need to tell you that.
You want to know what we did when it rained in the old days, Phelps?
What?
We operated on the principle that all clues would be washed away. We grabbed someone close, we put the screws on until they pointed us in the right direction. That simple.
Why do I get the impression that you're just making this up?
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide. You want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
need to check if she was a regular. I wonder why the picture was turned down. This isn't what we're looking for. Don't think this is anything. I doubt it. Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive. If you'd excuse me, ladies. It doesn't appear to be connected. So she went out without her handbag? At least she was spared that particular indignity. She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind. You can see if Pinker can match the impression of the crime scene. I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies. Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks for your help. For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
Vamos a ponerlo en duda a ver qué pasa.
For the record, Tarleton, did you kill your wife?
Oh my God. No. I didn't kill my wife. And fuck you for suggesting it.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right. Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
You let let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. Bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Este sí que no me lo creo.
I think you're in an unhappy marriage, Lars. I think you're lying, and you would like to get it off your chest.
You telling me my wife was unhappy? What proof do you have of that?
Looks like I was mistaken. Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you'd better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
Vamos a decir que es verdad.
Did you only report your wife missing this morning?
I thought she would have called up last night from the bar.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Terrellson. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life.
Appreciate your time, sir.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
Straight ahead. Okay, so go left at the next one. Keep on going.
What's a special looking?
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
sea, se fue a las 8:30 y a las 10:30 estuvo en el bar. Vamos a decir que es verdad.
On foot, in a car, by bus, how was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
Boy, let's take it some better days.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable. Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
¿Qué pensáis? Vamos a decir que es
Her
verdad.
husband said she wanted to go dancing.
Yeah, she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird. Can't let the son of a bitch get away.
This is a Casey bird?
Go, Phelps, get after it. Come on, got a ride. Get in and drive.
No time to wait, Rusty. He's the killer and he gets away. No harm done.
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy
Sí, yo
will pull
también
when
me
he's
estoy
cornered.
quedando
We could have
sopa.
a killer on our hands.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
¿Le he perdido? Venga, vamos a atrapar a este y nos vamos. Y lo dejamos ya para mañana.
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered. We could have a killer on our hands.
getting this asshole off the road.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer. Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
He's showing you how it's done. Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Let's end this part.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Put your hands where I can see them. Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead, and your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your Salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor Boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Vale, pues ahora que está guardando es cuando cortamos el grifo por hoy. Y nada, pues me despido ya hasta mañana. Muchísimas gracias a todos por venir, por aguantar el sueño, por aguantarme a mí, por los bits. Y lo dicho, mañana nos vemos. Chao.